everybody, welcome to our first 45-minute yoga session. I have decided to put my mat outside this morning because it is such a beautiful day with a nice breeze. So I encourage you to go and find a spot where you can really feel comfortable and feel happy, and then we will get started with our 45-minute session. All you will need is a mat or something that resembles a mat, and if you like, some water, and then you're good to go. Okay, so once you are settled and have found yourself a spot, we're going to start off by just sitting nice and comfortably. So you can cross your legs. Take a moment to pull the sit bones out from underneath your glutes, just to give yourself a nice firm seat. And then from here, bring your hands onto your knees, starting off with your hands cupping the knees. And then from here, start to ground into those sit bones. Lengthen up through your spine, almost as if somebody is pulling through the crown of your head with a piece of string. From here, pull your shoulders up, pull them back, and pull them down. So really feel those shoulders open and that spine lengthen as you sit nice and tall. And then when you're ready, you can start to gently tuck your chin, curl the palms to face upwards. The back of your hands are on your knees and your palms are facing the sky. And when you are nice and comfortable, just close your eyes. Now, today's class is very much going to be about focusing on breath, focusing on the body movement, and we do this to really start to calm our minds. So I'll talk you through it as we go. So all we're going to do for the next moment, at least 10 to 20 breaths, is just start to focus on breathing. So I'd like all of you to take a nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Let's do another one like that, as deep as you can. Nice big inhale and exhale. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed, or anytime you can open them to watch me, whatever you prefer. But the point is to really start to just notice what breathing feels like. So a lot of people say, what do you mean focus on the breath? When we say in yoga, focus on your breath, what we mean is just start to notice that you are breathing. So as you sit still and you breathe, notice what it feels like as the breath comes through your nostrils, down the back of your throat. Coming into the chest, you'll start to feel your chest lift. From there into the belly, you should start to feel your belly rise. And then as it comes back out, feeling the opposite direction of all those motions as it comes back out the nose. So that might be it for some of you. Some of you might notice the sound your breath makes as you breathe in deeply in and out of the nose. Some of you might notice that your shoulders start to lift slightly as you breathe in and drop slightly as you breathe out. So whatever that means for you, there is no right and wrong. It is different for everybody. The point is that we start to notice what breathing feels like. So we're going to do that for our 10 to 20 breaths. So we've already started. As I've been talking, we're going to carry on. Just breathing in and out the nose. Keeping that nice long spine. I really encourage you to concentrate on this breathing, and the reason we do this is to stop all the chitter-chatter in our minds, thinking about what you've done this morning, what you have to do later. Just focus on that breathing, what it feels like to breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking for a while. We're going to carry on with this breath. I'm going to time 10 breaths from here. So again, sit up nice and tall, focus on those nice inhales and exhales. Well done. Good work. Now remember, everybody's breath is different, so my 10 breaths might feel quicker or longer than your 10 breaths. Just go at your own pace. It's totally up to you, what feels good for you. Okay, so we're going to do a few more breaths, a few more rounds, and we're going to be introducing a few more techniques as we go. Okay, so we're going to be doing 10 more breaths from here, but this time, really focus on where your mind goes during those 10 breaths. So again, we're going to close the eyes, keep the spine nice and tall, which gives you room to breathe. That's why we're lengthening up. And then from here, we're going to start to take those nice deep breaths in and out of the nose, really breathing in nice and deeply, nourishing that body. But then every time you notice your mind has wandered, which is very normal, it's human nature for your mind to start thinking, what am I doing later? What time is it? I'm hungry. So when you notice your mind starting to race, simply notice it and bring your awareness back to your breath. So don't beat yourself up, don't get upset that you are thinking instead of breathing. It's very normal. But the little exercise I'd like you to do this time is to simply notice your thinking and bring your awareness back to your breath. Okay, so let's close our eyes once again. I'm going to go a little bit longer this time, so I'm going to take quite slow breaths for 10 counts, which just gives you time to really do the little exercise. Every time your mind wanders, bring yourself back. And from here we start. And again, remember to focus on the breathing. Every time you catch yourself thinking, gently acknowledge it and bring your awareness back to your breath. Very good work. From here you can slowly release that breath, start to open your eyes. So what we are doing in these exercises, we are training the brain to learn to focus on one thing. So we spend so much time in life running on autopilot through school, through sport, through family time, friends, downtime, and often our brains are on autopilot. We're just going, and we tend to spend this time in a state of fight or flight, because our bodies are going at such a fast pace that they're actually pumping on adrenaline most of the time. So by taking these moments, especially in yoga, to just stop, breathe, and focus your mind on one thing, you start to reduce the entire stress system in the body. So it's incredible how the mind works and how the body works. So just by focusing your mind on one thing, the stress levels start to drop, your cortisol levels, your hormones, your stress hormones all start to drop, and your body actually starts to de-stress. The reason why we do it with breath is because breath is the one only major function of the body that we can control. We cannot control our heart rates, we cannot control our kidney function. We do have the ability to control our breath, and it is there for you anytime you need it. And by controlling the breath, you also start to aid the body in de-stressing, relaxing, especially with deep breathing, which is the exercise that we're going to be doing next. So don't worry too much about the whys we're doing it and what it all means. It's more just about giving yourself the time to do it and to reap the benefits that the yoga offers, especially in breathing exercises. So our next breathing exercise is 2 hands on your belly. So almost in like a little circle or more like a diamond around your belly button. And what we're going to be doing here is we're really going to be trying to send breath into our bellies. So we spend a lot of time in life breathing into our chest. So short, sharp breaths. That is not the correct way of breathing, but it's life. We all do it, even as yoga teachers. We're running from one thing to the next and we're breathing into our chest. Again, that aids the body in becoming stressed, tired, because we're not actually filling the body with breath. The correct way of breathing is actually breathing into this belly area. So when you inhale, feeling the belly expand, and when you exhale, feeling that belly drop. It can feel incredibly uncomfortable when you start to do it because we're not used to doing it. We breathe into our chest. So we're going to take our 2 hands and we're going to put them on our belly, as I showed you, as I'm doing right now. Again, close your eyes. We're just going to do 5 breaths from here. And as you inhale, push that belly out into your hands, always through the nose. And as you exhale out the nose, feel that belly fall. Okay, let's do another practice round. So inhale, into the hands, exhale, feeling the belly drop. As I said, it might feel very uncomfortable. Take a few times before you start to feel like this isn't so weird. Okay, so we're now going to do 5. You can go at your own pace. Actually, I'll count you through it. Let's do it together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, well done. From here, release your hands, bring them up towards your heart. And just sit for a moment, still sitting up nice and tall. You might feel a bit lightheaded from those deep breaths. So you can just hold for a moment, getting back to normal breathing, letting that all settle. Oh, excuse my itchy nose. And just taking a couple of nice normal breaths. If you want, you can take a breather in the nose and out the mouth. Just to explain, in yoga, we breathe in and out of the nose. When you would like to take a releasing breath, to either release heat or release energy or just side or large, we breathe through the mouth. So let's do a nice side breath together. So it's in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Well done. Okay, great. So that's some really good breathing work that we've done to start class. From here, we're going to do something that I really like to do in yoga classes, which is just to think of something positive. So we're holding our hands to heart space, just for a representative of being close to our hearts. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment to think of something that you're really grateful for. So practicing gratitude is such a beautiful thing you can do. So you're welcome to do this on a daily basis in the next couple of weeks. Every day, write 5 things down that you're grateful for. And really think about it and really write them down and really think about it, about how lucky you are to have those things that bring you joy, that make you feel grateful. So we're just going to do 1 today in class. So for a moment, bring your hands to your heart space, close your eyes and think of something that you are grateful for. And it can be anything at all. The purpose is to bring joy into your mind for a moment, into your heart, and to just boost the happy vibes in your brain, the serotonin in your brain, to give yourself a bit of a kick. So close your eyes and spend a moment thinking of something that you're truly grateful for. Okay. If nothing came up for you, don't worry about it. That's totally fine. If something came up for you, that's amazing. So what we're going to do, we'll have a couple of moments in class to just remember that thing that you're grateful for as we move through our yoga practice. So let's take a nice big inhale. This time we're going to lift our hands up to the sky. So take a nice big breath, arms lift up. And exhale, bring the hands back down to heart. This is a very nice way of just sealing in that positive thought. We're going to do it again. Nice big breath. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale back down. Let's do 1 more. Nice big breath. Inhale up. And exhale down. Well done. From here, we're going to start to do a little bit of yoga. So we've spent the first 15 minutes of class thinking about breathing, looking at breath, positive thoughts. We're now going to put that together with some movement. So I will demonstrate everything for you. So you're welcome to watch me. Otherwise, if you know where you're going, you can go ahead. So we're going to come from here into child's pose. So child's pose is a resting posture. So you can open your knees nice and wide, bring your toes to touch. Sit back down onto those heels, and from here, walk your hands out in front of you, releasing your forehead onto the floor. This is a beautiful posture for opening up those hips, for opening up the glutes, the back of the legs, the hip flexors, your shoulders. So So really release your head into the floor and let your whole body hang nice and heavy. I'll be lifting my head just to talk to make sure it's not muffled. But you guys leave your heads on the mat. And then start to take some deep breaths, feeling your back expanding as you inhale and feeling your back drop as you exhale. So if you watch my back, it's a nice big inhale, exhale. So filling up those lungs, filling up your back body. We're going to hold you for 10 breaths in our child's pose. And it's perfectly fine if you feel stiffness, especially in the hips. That's what I feel like right now. This is the whole point of yoga, is to loosen us up. So we're going to hold for 5 more breaths from here. Good work. One more inhale and exhale. From here, you can slowly start to pull yourself up into a tabletop position. So for tabletop, your hands are stacked underneath your shoulders, your knees are stacked underneath your hips. Your toes stay untucked, so the tops of the feet are on the mat. We're going to start to run through some cat-cows, which is a really great way of getting into your spine, to loosen up your spine, open up your abs, get into your chest and your throat area as well. So we're going to do it slowly to begin with. So starting in cow pose. So for cow pose, drop your belly, arching your back, and lift your chin up, almost as if you're trying to look up towards the sky. You should feel a really nice pull down the whole throat area and all the way around, almost to your pelvic bone. Take a nice deep inhale. And as we exhale, move to cat pose, which is tucking the tailbone, rounding those shoulders closed, almost like a cat when it wakes up in the morning, like when you see your cat stretch in the morning. That's pretty much what we're doing. And now we're going to do that again, but this time with our breath. So from here, take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And we go. Move into cow pose. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin up. And cat pose. Exhale, tuck your tailbone round the shoulders. A few more rounds. Inhale to cow, drop the belly, lift the chin up. And exhale to cat, tuck tailbone round the back. 2 more rounds. Inhale to cow, drop belly, lift chin up. And exhale to cat. Good work. Last round. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. And holding cat this time. Rounding the shoulders down. Tucking your tailbone under and squeezing the belly in towards your spine. And really grounding into those hands. Forcing the shoulders to round. And then lastly, draw your chin towards your chest. You should feel a beautiful opening in the whole shoulder area. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, release down. You can sway from side to side. Roll through the arms, roll through the shoulders and the hips. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale. Well done. Moving back to the second round of cat pose. Cat pose, child's pose. Open your knees, toes to touch, sitting down onto those heels, releasing your arms out and bringing your forehead down onto the floor. So you should feel a slight difference in your hips, a difference in your hips this time around. If they were stiff the first time, you might feel they're a bit more open this time. So sit back into it, really try and get your glutes onto your heels. If you can't get them there, that's no problem, but that's just the angle you're going for, so pushing back and down. And then again, release, relax. We're going to take 5 breaths here. Good work. One more inhale. And exhale. And once more, you can come up to all fours to get out of the pressure. Your hands are stuck under your shoulders for tabletop. And your knees are stuck under your hips. We're going to move from here into a downward facing dog. If you know where you're going, you're welcome to go there. If you haven't done down dog before, you can follow me. Tuck your toes, ground into those fingertips. And then from here, start to push into those hands and the balls of your feet lifting your hips up to sky, sitting back into those heels and really releasing your head down, your chin towards your chest, grounding into those hands and pulling your heels down towards the back of the mat. So this is your downward facing dog. Your down dog is an active or a passive posture. So I'd like to encourage you to make it a nice active posture from here. Pull your tummy and draw those heels back. In no way are your heels supposed to touch the ground. That takes, some people never end up doing it. Everyone's body is very different. But just try and pull the heels back just to get a nice stretch out the back of your legs. Spend a moment rolling those shoulders down towards the mat, almost like someone is pushing into the middle of your shoulder blades and you're pushing back into their hand. And then lastly, release your head nice and heavy, draw your chin towards your chest, and we're going to hang out here, and we're once again going to find our breath. So close your eyes, hold the posture, find that breath flowing in and out of your nose. You've got a few more moments focusing on that breath. Good work. Let's take one more nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. We inhale and exhale. Good work. On your next inhale, you can look up to the top of your mat. And as you exhale, slowly walk your feet to meet your hands. When you get to the top of your mat, to your hands, take a forward fold. So for forward fold, your hands can be, your feet can be hip distance apart. You can use your two hands to measure the distance if you want. It's two fists that come in between your feet to measure your distance. And then from here, just release your body nice and heavy. Let your head, neck, and shoulders hang down to the floor. So your forward fold is actually one of your most beneficial postures in yoga. Funny because it's actually one of the most relaxing, but it has got so many benefits. It stretches out the whole back of your body. So it's fine if you start off with bent knees. You'll probably find a lot of you will be up here. That's also perfectly fine. The more you do yoga, the more you start to open up and the more you start to be able to fold forward. So even if you're up there today, that's totally fine. Just let your body hang heavy. Let it hang nice and heavy. The benefits of the blood rushing to your brain is hugely beneficial for brain health. By folding forward and crunching up the belly area, you're massaging all your major organs. And you're also stimulating your nervous system by hanging forward and opening the spine up and crunching the chin to chest. So we're going to spend 5 breaths here. So once again, close your eyes. Find that breath. Nice deep inhales and exhales through the nose. Work. Just take one more inhale and exhale. Good. From here, I'd like you to please bring your awareness to your feet. So the feet beneath you. And really ground into those feet. So push your toes into the ground. Then push your balls of your feet into the ground and then roll back to your heels. And then from here, you can start to roll forwards and backwards. If your hands are on the ground, that's fine. You can hold your shins. What we're trying to do is just to feel an awareness in our feet. The connection to earth. We spend our entire lives connected to something with our feet, and we hardly ever notice that they're there. So let's come back to a still foot. We're going to start to roll out from the feet. So really ground into those feet and slowly start to unravel your spine. So coming up nice and slow. Letting your head and neck come up last. And when you get to a standing position, bringing your hands back to your heart center, just holding for a moment. You might find your blood pressure is a bit low with the stand. And then take a moment to close your eyes and feel the feet beneath you. The connection of those feet to earth. This is a really good grounding exercise. You spend a lot of time, as I've mentioned, on autopilot. So take a moment to really notice your feet connected to earth. I encourage you to use this little exercise. Anytime you're feeling all over the place, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling overwhelmed, take a moment to stop and just feel the ground beneath you and the connection your feet have to it. You're safe, you're supported, and just take a moment. Good work. We're going to take a nice deep breath, lifting those hands to sky. Inhale, lift up. And we exhale back down. Let's do one more like that. Big breath, hands rise. Inhale up. And we exhale back down. Good work. I'm just going to take a moment to check this camera. It's still going. Fantastic. Okay. We're now going to move straight to yoga flow. So really good work so far. This has been, you guys are doing such good stuff for your body. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use a little bit of the breath work with movement, of moving breath to movement. So we've warmed up, we've done some breath work. We're now going to do a little Sun A, which is what it's called. So I will demo from here. You guys can watch me and do it with me, please. Okay, so hands to heart center. Once again, ground into those feet. Feel the ground beneath you. Nice big breath. Inhale, high mountain, arms rise. And we exhale, forward fold to the ground. Good work. Halfway lift. Inhale, flat back. You're going to hold here for a moment. Bring your hands to your shins. Draw your tailbone to the back of the room. Draw the crown of your head to the front of the room. Tuck your chin and have a nice flat back. So every time we come to a halfway lift, this is where you're going to go to a nice flat back. Take an inhale and exhale. Good. Move into high plank. Inhale. And on exhale, drop those hands. Step yourself back to high plank. And we're going to hold here. Now you've got options. If you're not feeling that strong today, you're welcome to drop your knees. You don't have to stay in the full high plank. It's totally up to you. I'll stay in full high plank, but you can go there. That's totally fine. Or join me here. Let's hold for one more inhale. And exhale. We're going to go all the way onto the mat from here. You can keep your knees lifted or you can drop them to get down. One thing I'm going to ask you all is to draw those elbows in towards the body. So squeeze in your armpits. Hold for an inhale. And on the exhale, we come all the way down to the ground, releasing your toes, keeping your chin tucked, keeping your hands by your shoulders, lifting your knees off the ground. We're going to run through 3 cobras. So in your inhale, gently, slightly lift your chest up off the ground. We inhale and exhale back down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. Pushing yourself to child's pose. Touch the toes, open the knees. Inhale, push yourself up. And we exhale, sitting back onto those knees, releasing your head, your neck, your shoulders nice and loose. Hold for the inhale. And exhale. From here, coming back up to all fours. So walking yourself back up, stacking those hands under your shoulders for tabletop, your knees under your hips. Moving from here to down dog. On your next inhale, tuck your toes. As we exhale, lift those hips to sky, sit back into those heels, release your head, neck, and shoulders nice and long. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, look to the top of the mat. As you exhale, you can walk your feet to meet your hands, and take your forward fold and hold here. So that is the end of round 1 of Sun A. We're going to repeat that a couple of times. The reason we repeat it is so that you can get to know where we're going and then start to focus on your breath and moving with your breath. Okay, so from here we halfway lift. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Back to high mountain as hands rise. Ground into those feet, lift to rise. Inhale, high mountain. And we exhale, hands to heart. Here we go, round 2. Inhale, high mountain, lift up. And we exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, ground those hands, step back to high plank. This time just 3 breaths. Remember, you can drop knees or keep them lifted. One more inhale. And we exhale all the way down to the ground. Drop knees or lift them. Your toes are untucked. Lift your knees up. 3 cobras with your breath. Inhale, lift up. And exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale down. To child's pose. Touch those toes. Knees open. Inhale. Push up. And we exhale. Sit back into child's pose. Take 2 breaths. Good work. Making our way back to all fours, tabletop. So we inhale, come up, stuck hands under shoulders, knees under hips. On your next inhale, tuck your toes, and as we exhale, lift your hips to sky, sitting back to down dog, releasing your head, neck, and shoulders. Taking a nice deep inhale, and exhale. On your next inhale, look to the front of the mat. As you exhale, walk your feet to meet your hands and take your forward fold. Good work. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, high mountain, root those feet to rise. Inhale, lift up. And we exhale, hands to heart. Last round, we're doing exactly the same thing. High mountain, inhale, arms rise up. And we exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, ground those hands back to high plank. Just one breath here. Hold for the inhale. And we exhale all the way down to the ground and tucking the toes, tucking your chin, lifting your knees off the ground for our 3 cobras. Inhale, lift up very slightly. And we exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale down. Back to child's pose. Touch those toes, open your knees. Inhale, push up. And we exhale, sitting back to child's pose. Taking a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Coming back to all fours. So your hands are stacked under shoulders, knees are stacked under hips. On our next inhale, tuck your toes. As you exhale, hips to sky, sitting back to down dog, releasing your head, neck, and shoulders. And taking a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Good work. On your next inhale, look to the front of the mat. Exhale, walk your feet to meet your hands and take your forward fold. Good work, everybody. That's the end of round 1 of our Sun A. Take an inhale and exhale. Arms rise to sky. Inhale, high mountain. And we exhale, hands to heart. Really good work. So like I said, we repeat that Sun A a couple of times. It's flow 1. We repeat it a couple of times so that you can start to really feel what it feels like to move with your breath. So we're going to do a couple of those together just to feel again that movement to breath. So this isn't the same flow, it's just a little breathing exercise. So we inhale, arms rise to sky. And we exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. High mountain, inhale, arms rise. And we exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, high mountain. And we exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, hands rise, high mountain. Inhale, rise up. And we exhale, hands to heart. Last time, nice big breaths with your movement. Inhale, high mountain. And exhale, down. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. High mountain, big. And exhale, hands to heart. Good work. And we're now going to spend a moment with our hands to heart center. Again, just closing our eyes, finding that thing that we are so grateful for. Just remembering that positive, happy thought that we've introduced into our class today. Good. Take a nice deep breath in to seal that off. Nice big inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart. Really good work. We're going to do a second flow called Sun B. And it's going to be similar thing. We're going to do 3 rounds, very simple but different movements. And we're going to repeat it 3 times once again, just so you can get into that nice movement, rhythm or flow to movement. So once again, I will demonstrate and you can follow me. And don't worry if you get lost, you can always do the video a couple of times. The more you do it, the more you start to get to know it. Okay, so let's bring our feet hip distance apart at the front of your mat. Stand, ground to those feet, feel your feet against the earth. Take a moment just to find your breath, that nice breathing in and out of the body. Good work. And from here we start. High mountain, inhale, those arms rise to sky. And we exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Exhale, this time ground your hands, your right leg steps back, and we lift our arms to sky in a high lunge posture. So make sure your back heel is off the ground, your back knee is bent, your front knee is stacked above your ankle. Please don't let it come over, you can injure. Keep it behind or on top. Tummy nice and tight, your shoulders are relaxed, your neck is nice and long, and we hold you for a moment. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. We're going to start to flow the arms from here. So take a nice deep inhale, and as we exhale, we flow back to Superman. So leaning forward, releasing those hands behind you, pulling your shoulders open and tucking your chin. We're going to do that a couple of times with your breath. So from here, inhale up to high lunge, and we exhale back to Superman. Nice big breaths. Feel that breath with your arms. Inhale up and exhale back. Good work. Last one. Inhale up and exhale back. Good. Coming back to high lunge. Inhale, lift those arms up. And on the exhale, we open up to warrior two to the side of your mat. So your back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Your front foot is facing forward. Your front heel is intercepting in the middle of that back foot. Your hips are open. Your back arm pulls back. Your front arm pulls forward. And your gaze is over your front hand. This is your warrior two posture. It's a beautiful hip opener, chest opener. So breathe into it. We're going to move the arms with our breath again. Hold for the inhale and exhale. And from here, we start to flow the arms. We inhale, reverse warrior. Your front arm lifts, your back arm drops down to the inside of the back leg. Hold for an inhale. And on the exhale, extended side angle, your front arm drops down to the inside of your front leg. Your back arm comes up, reaching for the sky. Your gaze is up. We're going to do this to breath now. And your next inhale, reverse warrior, front arm rises. And we exhale, extended side angle, back arm up and over. One more. Inhale, reverse, front arm rises. And exhale, back arm comes up and over. Good work. Coming back up to warrior two. And we hold in our warrior two for 5 breaths. Catch your breath. Find that breathing. Good work. From here, we're going to start to swivel around onto that back foot, back onto the back ball of the foot. Bring your hands back up to high lunge. From here, bring your hands to heart center, prepare to step forward, weight into your front foot. Your back foot steps forward, and we hold for a moment. Taking a nice deep inhale, and exhale. Okay, over to the other side. I'm going to face this way, so I'm not doing my back to you guys, but you guys are now doing your left side. Okay, so nice big inhale, rise up, and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, ground your hands. Your left leg steps back this time into your high lunge. Lift those arms up, sit back into that back leg. Your back foot is on the ball of the foot. Your back knee is bent. Your front knee is stacked over that front ankle. And we hold your tummy nice and tight. Relax your shoulders, lengthen that chin. Good work. Hold for the inhale and exhale. From here, we flow the arms. One more inhale. And we exhale into Superman. Good work. With our breath from here, inhale up to high lunge. And we exhale, Superman. Feel the fluidity of your breath with your movement. Inhale up. And exhale back. Last one. Inhale up. And exhale back. Good work. Up to high lunge. Inhale. And we open up to warrior two on the other side this time. So remember, I've changed sides so you guys can see me, but make sure your left leg is back. The back of your foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Your front foot is intercepting the back of the front. The front foot is intercepting the middle of the back foot. Open up nice and wide. Breathe. Look over your front arm. We hold for 3 breaths. Good work, guys. We flow those arms. Nice big breaths. So we inhale, reverse warrior. Your front arm comes up. Your back arm comes down. Lift into sky. Hold for the inhale. And we exhale, extended side angle. The back arm comes down. Your back arm reaches up to sky. We move fast with breath now. Inhale, reverse. Front arm lifts up. And we exhale, extended side angle. Back arm up and over. Another one. Inhale, reverse warrior. And we exhale, extended side angle. Good work. Coming back up to warrior two. Sitting here for a moment, finding your breath. Good work. That back foot swiveling around into the ball of the foot. Your arms coming up, back up to your high lunge. Bring your hands to heart center. From here, you can step forward to the front of your mat. And we hold and take a breath. close the eyes, find your breathing. Good work. We're going to do that one more time. We're going to move a bit faster this time. Breath to movement, keeping it very simple, finding that breath with your yoga posture. Let's go. Inhale, high mountain, arms rise. And we exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, your right leg steps back to high lunge. We don't hold, we move straight through it. Inhale, arms rise. And we exhale into our Superman. 2 more, nice big breaths, slow movements. Inhale up. And we exhale back. Last one, inhale, lift up. And we exhale back. Bringing hands back to high lunge for warrior 2. Inhale up. And we exhale, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, inhale, lift up. Exhale, extended side angle. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, reverse. And we exhale, extended side. Last one, inhale, reverse up. And we exhale, extended side, back to warrior 2. Opening those arms, your back foot comes around. We lift up to high lunge, hold for the inhale. And exhale, hands to heart, step forward from here. Good work, take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Other side, I'm going to stay here. Inhale, arms rise up. And we exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, your left leg steps back. We move straight into our flow. Arms rise, inhale, lift up. And we exhale, Superman. So nice with your breath. Inhale up. And exhale back. Last one, inhale up. And exhale back. Moving to warrior 2. Inhale, lift up. And we exhale, warrior 2. Your left leg should be back into our flow. Reverse warrior, inhale up. And we exhale, extended side. 2 more, almost done. Inhale, reverse. And we exhale, extended side. Last one, inhale, reverse warrior. And we exhale, extended side. Good work. Coming back to warrior 2. Come into our high lunge, coming around, taking a nice big inhale. And exhale, hands to heart. Stepping forward, inhale. And exhale. Well done. Good work. Let's take a nice deep breath. Hands to sky. Inhale, lift up. And we exhale, forward fold. And just hang out here. Breathe into your body. Find that breath again. The purpose of the flow yoga is to really start to connect your movement to breath. It really helps your body become one, to sync with your body, mind, breath. So it's a really beautiful way of just focusing, slowing down, as well as really getting into stiff bodies. It's a really good way to oil out your joints, your muscles. So let's just hang out in our forward fold. You've got 5 more breaths. One more inhale. And on the exhale, let's come down onto our knees. And we sit into cross legs. Really good job. So every class we'll be doing something a little bit different, but today was really just about getting into breathing, getting into a little bit of movement. So now we're just going to take a few stretches just to chill, to relax before we end class. So let's take a nice big inhale, arms rise up. And exhale, hands to heart. We're going to take a nice forward fold over our cross legs now. So take a big inhale, arms rise up. And on the exhale, forward fold, releasing your hands towards the ground beneath you, relaxing your head, neck and shoulders nice and long. You should feel a really nice stretch into the glutes, the back of the legs, the hip flexors. And just let your head touch, let your chin touch your chest if you can. And then go back to that nice deep breathing, feeling the back body opening up. You've got 5 breaths. Good work. One more inhale. And exhale. From here, you can walk yourself up. And we're going to release the legs out long in front of us. Walk those sit bones out from under your glutes. And we're going to take a forward fold. So you can bend your knees to begin with. Take a nice big in breath, arms up. And on the Exhale, lean forward with your chest. Try not to round the back. And then from here, once you grab the feet, then you can round up a bit. You're welcome to start to walk your feet out in front of you, getting a nice long leg. And you can stay here. If you like, you can put your head onto your knees. You've got 5 breaths. Please go at your own pace. It's just to stretch out the back of the leg, the whole lower back, the whole spine. So just hang here. You've got 3 more breaths. Good work. One more inhale and exhale. And you can come back to a seated position. So most of the postures and yogas do stretch the body out, but it's nice just to end with a few stretches. And to end our class, we're going to end how we started. So practicing that breath work. So bringing your hands back down onto your knees, your palms facing up. Lengthen through the spine, shoulders up towards the ears, back and down. And from here, just close your eyes. Start to find your breath. We're going to hold for 20 breaths and really bring that practice of focusing on the fact that you're breathing, as well as acknowledging when your mind is wandering, and simply bringing it back to that breath. Focus on those 2 elements together. And take all pressure off yourself. It's a journey. It's not a destination. So just see how you go. Again, if your mind is wandering, gently acknowledge the fact that it's wandering and bring it back to your breath. Work, guys. Keeping your eyes closed, you can gently bring your hands back to your heart space. Take a moment to remember that thing that you are so grateful for. Cultivating joy and happiness, remembering that. And remember that the people that love you are that grateful for you too. So on that note, thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.